these, what we know as khutbahs, but it's a question you have to answer and I have to answer. And we have to sincerely answer it for ourselves and our children and the society that we interact with. Where is the blessings of this Islam? Certainly, the divine guidance of God could never be wrong. Therefore, it means you and I are wrong. Are we such people that we still can be honest with ourselves? Are we such people that we can still be honest with ourselves, that we can do our own interview, our own examination, our own review, our own analysis, our own assessment, our own evaluation without cheating on ourselves? Can we actually do this and see where this Islam that we have been following, where it has brought us? Where is it leading us? What is it empowering us? Where is the enhancement? How does it make me special among my friends? How does it make me special among my family? How does it make me special in my neighborhood? How does it make me a special human being who is an asset, who is adding assets every day to his society rather than being a liability? These are hard facts that we have got to deal with. Unfortunately, you can study world religions and you could go into depth and you will see that most of what remains is beautiful banners, nice slogans, demarcations that separate one community from another. Oh, we are not Hindus. You can see from the way we dress. Oh, we are not Hindus. You can look at our place of prayer. Oh, we are not Hindus. You can see how we are different. Oh, we are not Christians or we are not Jews. These things, we are in the forefront to set up barriers. But we are not in the forefront to rescue our own selves from the onslaught of culture and tradition and backwardness and stagnation. In fact, we are handing over this legacy in platters to our children. And we are endorsing in many ways a stagnated community. Because why? We don't feel it is our responsibility to examine what we hear, to analyze what we hear, to research what we hear, to evaluate what we hear. We just give a lot of mouth support and financial support to establish the culture that we are part of. If you ask the average Muslim boy and girl, or mother and father, or grandmother or grandfather, what is Ramadan? What really Ramadan means, they hardly know. Why the Qur'an in Ramadan? Ramadan for Muslims in the world today is a changing month. It keeps changing. Sometimes Ramadan is in December and you hear the people, oh, this is the easy Ramadan. And when Ramadan comes in the heart of the summer, oh, this Ramadan going to be hard. I mean, that's a really contradictory statement. Because Ramadan is always meant to be the time, the circumstances, when humans realize as the heat burns the surface of the earth, scorches the rocks, and you can see the effect on the foliage and on the animals and on the hills and mountains around. Ramadan is not only synonymous with the physical impact of the sun on the earth, but it is especially synonymous of what happens to the human beings who experience Ramadan. So the idea to think of Ramadan in December, or in November, or in January, this is Muslims make this up. They keep making up everything. That's why very little works for them. Because they want an easy time to do their rituals. Because that's most of what they know, rituals. Ramadan comes from the verb ramida. Ramida means to be scorched, to be burnt by the heat of the sun. Ra, mim, da. Ramida. Not like you say in Urdu Ramzan. This is Ramadan. And Ramida means to be scorched by the sun. It means the sun is having an adverse effect on me and you. It means it's a time in the environment when everybody is being afflicted and affected. It's not like if you're in an air-conditioned office, oh boy, Ramadan is easy. We change the substance and the message of Allah to suit our own standards. What we fail to realize is the Ramadan of our life. What has already happened to the average grandmother and grandfather, and mother and father, and children? How much of the life has been scorched by the lack of guidance? How much of the life has been burnt by going away from the path of divine guidance? Are we aware of that? Do we have time to sit down and look at that? Are we aware of what has happened to us? Can't you see all over the world where this community called Muslims are? Even in your own homelands is a disgraceful sight. Can't you see it? But we continue to do the same passive, dormant, inactive things year after year and say God will bless us for Ramadan. Why should God bless you and me for Ramadan? We share out a lot of blessings. Because why? Blind people are eating blind people. And that's why they can't find out which part is the elephant ears and which part is his brain and which part is the trunk. Because if people with sight was leading you, and if you were concerned about who leads you in your life, then I promise you, every day in your life, you'll be moving in the direction of light. The Fajr, which we call Fajr in the morning, which we only know as daybreak, would not be Fajr of the morning, it will be the dawn of a new era in our lives. Because we will have new approaches, new energy, new attitude, new perception, new enhancement, new empowerment. Our lives would change. But all we deal with is Fajr in the morning. We don't deal with Qur'an al-Fajr. Qur'an al-Fajr to the Muslims mean to read Qur'an in Arabic in the morning. It doesn't mean the Qur'an of a new dawn. Because you show me where's the new dawn. Muslims are doing the same thing in Ramadan year after year and they don't care. In fact, they have many beautiful palaces called masjid where they encourage this. And they make the ordinary people feel they're doing a lot of good things. They set their own standards. They talk in Allah's name, which is most criminal. They say God wants this Qur'an to be recited, the whole Qur'an in Ramadan. So you got these uneducated people, blind bats in the name of guidance, who reading this Qur'an, they can hardly pronounce the Arabic. They can hardly pronounce the Arabic. They hardly understand that there are rules that will change the grammar, the meaning, of what they're reading. They can hardly do that, but they're on a quick path of